the stairs to go up to the third floor.
Oh my God. More.
I know. Beautiful, huh?
That's almost like a single carved piece of wood.
It's not.
Oh dear, what happened to the ceiling here?
Yeah.
This is 1970 style.
It sure is.
Yeah.
But also up here, like this window over here, the windows down here, like the ones on the second floor in his bedroom, all the windows up here except for them right there are the rounded kind that look like that. And he had the windows here because he was also a stargazer. And the way these windows are set up for different parts of the year, for different parts of the sky. So, yeah, and on his windmill, we do have a picture of that. On his windmill, he used to get up on top of the windmill and stare at the skies.
Wow.
And Dad was around one day with the rod, and he found the well. So we do know we do have the well opened up. It's only dug out 2 foot, but
right. And that he had the windmill on top of that to pump the water out, so he could have running water.
The windmill pumped it up for the fountains he had out front.
And I don't know which one sold the fountain, but they sold the fountain to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and it is in their square. And I don't think we're ever going to get that back.
Just some of that construction behind the plaster. Did that come off because of water damage too?
Yes.
Wow.
It doesn't leak anymore, and the raccoons are coming in through there.
Yeah, because it's
there and right there and right there. And behind that OSB board in the window, there was no window ledge. And you could see hair from the raccoons on the nails sticking out.
Oh, no. I didn't know you had a raccoon problem on the 3rd floor.
You can tell by the wallpaper. Just angles everywhere in this room.
And look at the doorknob here.
My gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, look at the doorknob.
It was helping for the stargazing too as well.
Yeah. I could see
Doorknob
that.
right here.
Yeah.
Different up here.
Oh, yeah. What is that, porcelain?
This is a little ornate right here.
This is their guest room.
They would put their guest up here because there is no heat and there is no air conditioning.
Right.
They get kitchen up here.
Because people, when they came here back in the day, they wouldn't stay for a day. They'd stay for like a week or two.
Right.
So if they didn't like them, they put them up here and sweated out of them or made them cold, so they'd leave early.
This room is built the same as that, but just a little bit smaller. And you can see the angles in here a lot better. And handed everything in here while it was being built. And in this room, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but the acoustics are better.
Yeah, it echoes, but it sounds great.
When the restaurant, the Amish would, when they come here for Christmas and have Christmas dinner, they would eat in this room and then they would sing Christmas carols. And I know a guy that has a recording of that because they weren't going to let you record, so he stood outside the door and recorded the Amish singing in here.
And this was added 85 to be the kitchen.
Yeah, and this is where they added on the floor, outside
You can
windows,
see the roof line right there.
drywall, the old porch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And when they needed a hole, they just made a hole. Yeah.
Just like that. Wow.
Yeah. So they didn't really seem to care of the history. It was more, let's make some money.
A restaurant happening. Even that, just drilling into that for the gas line.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Indiana's building codes, but how did this pass inspection?
That was put in afterwards. This is when the restaurant was already gone, and quick, fastest, easiest way to put heat in.
You want to talk about original plumbing? Right there, show them. Right there, that's the original plumbing.
Oh my gosh.
Next to the new.
They got a hole in it that's kind of packed with something.
But even then, it would have been added years later. They didn't have plumbing when they built the house.
Yeah, so they drilled through the floor joists right there.
Yeah.
and totally notched this one out.
And this one, yeah, afterwards, it took that whole joist out.
Jeez.
And right here is the kitchen from when it was a restaurant. Don't mind all the stuff in it, but this is a catch-all. But this is where the kitchen was.
Yeah. So from back here on, it's just commercial kitchen.
Right here, there was a gentleman that got shot in 1998 for breaking into this house because Roger Harris was down here in this room, and the guy broke in and he was butt naked, and Roger shot him, but he just shot him in his left hand. And with that being big news around here, this whole place was surrounded by cops. You had city cops, you had sheriff, and you had state cops just lined this whole building.
Wow. So he was naked trying to break in, and he just shot him in the hand, and he got arrested at that point?
6 years in prison for it. Right here, there was a hole in the drywall, and I looked in there, and I saw this hole. So we tore this off. No tunnel, it was just a hole.
Just an inlet.
What we're looking for is hopefully like an arch or something where we show,
But there was no tunnel,
No.
but something said tear this wall off, and we did.
like every other wall,
Yeah.
like all the other walls.
But out front, there is a fence that goes on Orange Street that's right there in front of the mansion. And there's wrought iron fence, and it also goes down Stone Street. Okay, on Huntsville, a lot of it was taken out. From what I understand, it was a drunk driver. But we have a lot of fence that looks like that, but we needed the post, the wrought iron post to put up. But that window doesn't open, but underneath this, see, we didn't know these windows were here.
Oh.
And underneath, this is the porch out there, the wraparound porch.
Yeah.
Okay, but you look here, and those are the posts for the wrought iron fence. They've been underneath here for years.
They built the porch probably.
Right
Over
there.
Look at that.
Yep.
And there's some slate right over here to patch the roof.
Right, so that's never been used, that slate.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What a great find.
This is one of the most creepiest rooms we got.
Okay.
Watch your head.
I don't have to worry about it. Watch your head. But this room is very active. And when when this house was built, this was the original root cellar. Okay. And the general and his wife were part of the temperance movement, and they also lived that way.
Right.
And they didn't believe in drinking or smoking or anything like that. But when this place became a restaurant, this was the wine cellar right here.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and when I'm down here doing my fancy little ghost hunts on Facebook, I'll put a light right here, mag light to turn on and off, and then I'll put a REM pod right here, and I come back here, and I just do my, the voodoo that I do, and the light will come on, and the REM pod. I mean, this room, the REM pod goes off the most in this room for me.
Right.
That's what I say, for me.
Now, notice, I told you how beautiful the foundation is. Well, on the inside, then they did this. So we'll have to show you on the outside the big bricks and such.
Big bricks.
Okay, right here is all the damage from the
From the third floor.
from the up there. Right here is where my big butt fell through, right in there. And the window fell through in the corner.
So this is the block.
Stone. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a single piece of granite.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just put together without any mortar.
Just shoves end to end.
Yep.
There was the same girl was getting her senior pictures done here, and she was right here, and the photographer saw me do it and gave me the thumbs up. I put this doll baby in the window, and she turned around, saw it, and ran screaming to the parking lot.
Wow, look at that.
Go
Yeah.
back out here.
Oh,
And that stuff is so heavy. Every piece
yeah.
is just the little dinky pieces are so heavy.
Wrought
Show
iron is
'em
crazy heavy.
Above the window.
Yeah. Above the window.
That's cut
That's-
limestone.
That's limestone.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just zinc, but this is.
And all that up there on the roof that's different colored on the edge of the roof right there, that's the gutter.
Ugh.
And the person that redid the porch sold him the wrong kind of wood, and with a couple of years it rotted.
So it wasn't pressure treated, wasn't stained, anything like that?
What kind of wood was this?
Use ash.
They used ash instead of the cedar,
Right.
and it lasted like 2 years.
Oh, look at that.
Look at the walkway.
Yeah.
Take it down a little bit. Show them the bottom of the steps.
Yeah, it needs to be reset.
I crawl up there and I zip tie a skeleton to that. And he spins around in the wind, and his eyes light up red and everything. So
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, that we're gonna have to see that at Halloween, I'm afraid. Thank you very much. It's been a great tour. As always, your organization saving yet another old property from ruin. We salute you for the hard work that you're doing in keeping our historical preservation alive here. It is great. And thank you for being on This Old Haunted House.
SavingTheOldProperties.com.